This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
The biggest story of all around this time is, of course, the Clique giving notice, or at least two of them. This is in the March 4th, 1996 Observer. In a situation spoken of with some disdain by the WWF CEO Vince McMahon, Scott Hall sent a telegram to McMahon on February 21st, officially giving his 90-day notice that he was leaving the company. On the same day, Hall was suspended by the WWF for 6 weeks for reason theoretically having nothing to do with him giving notice, causing him to miss his scheduled appearances this past weekend. The suspension would take him a few days past WrestleMania, which Hall was no doubt counting on as his last big payday before leaving. With him gone, the WWF will set up a gimmick match with Goldust against Roddy Piper for the vacant slot, since they started working in that direction on the February 26th Raw show, with Goldust doing a sexually suggestive phone interview, talking about Piper and wanting to play his bagpipes. While Hall would be eligible to return on April 3rd and work out the remainder of his notice, the general belief is that he'll be sitting out until he can join WCW. In an interview, Scott Hall said, "So back then in your contract, you were required to give your 90-day notice in advance in writing, and I'll be darned if I didn't fail the piss test the next day, and it was 6 weeks old." And I went, wow, I guess they got my notice. What do you think of the timing of the drug suspension and Scott Hall saying that's awfully convenient?
Well, I have no idea as far as the drug suspension because I wasn't involved in the drug testing. That was an independent deal that they did. So I have no idea. All I know is that we had, going into WrestleMania, we did have Razor and Goldust scheduled for a feature match and was told, "Hey guys, you lost Razor Ramon for 6 weeks." Not an ideal situation in any way, shape, or form. So we weren't told, you can't be what they were gone for 6 weeks for. You just put 2 and 2 together. And so, fucked up our WrestleMania and had to find something else quickly.
Let's talk a little bit about doll hairs for a minute. Because we've got, what's that?
Doll hairs?
Doll hairs, yeah. It's in the Observer. Razor is believed to have earned approximately $270,000 in 95, well down from what he earned in 94, which was in excess of $400,000. And he would also say he's been unhappy recently, and everybody knows that, because he didn't want to feud with Goldust. He wanted to work with either Hunter or the 1-2-3 Kid, but he was also unhappy with the baby bottle and diaper angle, and he had been missing some house shows, or he had been late, and he's citing family pressures. But now he's got an offer of guaranteed money, perhaps long-term, and an easier road schedule. So it's a bit of a no-brainer for him. Were you surprised when the notice came in?
Yeah, I was surprised because again, we had been, that's when we shot the whole deal and angle with Goldust and had plenty of opportunity, had meetings with Vince, had plenty of opportunity to tell Vince face to face. So shocking.
By the way, $270,000 in 95 would be about $470,000 now, just to give a frame of reference. But I mean, that was probably the case for everybody, right? 94 was a better year in the business than 95 financially for everyone.
It'd probably depend on whoever, but the business was better. Yes.
There is some bitterness within the WWF for how Hall handled the departure, since he was on the road with the entire office crew Sunday through Tuesday, giving no indication he was leaving. He was booked prominently in both the tag team title tournament and in angles planned for a street fight against Goldust. The latter was planned to take theoretically in Miami on a downtrodden street and beamed in live via satellite as part of the WrestleMania show. Either way though, it's not good. When the office crew returns back after booking Ramon in a strong position for the future, they have a telegram of him giving notice. A telegram. That feels like this is from the 1800s or something. A telegram. Do you remember it being a telegram?
Yeah, I think it was either a telegram or a certified letter or something like that.
Not long after that, March 5th, 10:50 a.m., Kevin Nash phoned Vince McMahon to give his notice as well. We all know this would wind up leading to the WCW's boom period for the next several years, but several interviews have indicated that Nash made his decision to leave right after this In Your House show. He said once in an interview with our friend Sean Oliver over at Kayfabe Commentaries that there was an incident that ensured that he was going to renew his contract, or he was not going to renew it rather. He's supposed to hit the jackknife and be set to win the match until the Undertaker comes through the ring. But Nash said Bret refused to take his finish. And Bret says no, thinking people will feel like he was beat. And Nash says Taker, who never says anything, jolts up out of his chair and says, "Motherfucker, not everything is about you. This helps our match mean more at WrestleMania." But they got there the day of, and Vince made the call that Bret was not going to take the power bomb. But Nash says this change was the straw that broke the camel's back. Have you heard that story before?
Oh, I've heard it before. You know, look, I think Kevin and Scott both had their minds made up, and I think Kevin had his mind made up long before that.
This was just
I think it's a convenient excuse.
There you go.
I don't know what Kevin was thinking. I don't claim to be in Kevin's mind. I just think that if I were a betting man, I think that Kevin had his mind made up a long time ago.
Yeah, I kind of agree, because it's not like, well, if Bret takes the power bomb, he's sticking around. Fuck off. Yeah. That's not real. Now we're on to the pay-per-view itself. For the past several months, Razor and the 1-2-3 Kid have been involved in a slow burn feud that began with the two as friends, but then a rocky relationship after Kid lost a match for the two against the Smoking Guns. Before long, 1-2-3 Kid is the full-fledged heel, and he joins the $1 Million Corporation. So now we got to end this bitter feud somehow. Why not a baby bottle match? So Razor pins the 1-2-3 Kid here in 12 minutes and 1 second. In a baby bottle match. Kid comes out with a stroller and a Ramon teddy bear. Meltzer would say Kid looks smaller than normal in the 180-pound range. Even with the size difference, they had a good match. Ted DiBiase threw baby powder in Ramon's eyes to give Kid an advantage. Kid used a lengthy sleeper, which neither Ramon nor the announcers had a clue how to effectively sell, and went over the head of most of the crowd as well. Finally, Ramon broke the hold by crotching Kid on the ropes. They went to several near falls before DiBiase distracted the ref and threw the baby bottle to Kid. Kid poured the powder in his hands, but when Ramon turned around, he kicked Kid in the hands, and the powder went into Kid's own eyes. Razor then used the Razor's Edge and finished the pin on Kid, but did so after a second one. And then Ramon put the baby bottle in Kid's mouth, threw powder in DiBiase's eyes, put a diaper on Kid, and poured baby powder all over him. When Kid revived in the ring, he started crying. 3 stars. Bruce, you make fun of what they did in ECW all the time. And you even make fun of the shit they did in Memphis. But this is more Memphis than Memphis and ECW ever were. What the fuck was this? Who booked this shit?
This is highly entertaining. Got 3 stars from the little bitch boy in California.
Buddy.
And by the way, 180 pounds for 1-2-3 Kid? Is he making reference to how huge Kid looked or what?
Help me understand.
I don't understand what that reference is about either.
Is it?
But it was an entertainment match. It was an entertaining thing. Being a crybaby, and you're gonna act like a crybaby. You're gonna treat you like a crybaby. Gonna give you a baby bottle, make you suck on the baby bottle, put you in a baby bonnet, and powder your little bottom, and give you a diaper.
Is this brought to us by the same creative genius who did dog food?
What's wrong with dog food?
Well, I'm just saying. Baby bottle, seriously. If this was anywhere else, if they were running a baby bottle match on another promotion right now, you would be shitting on it left and right.
Not if it was done well.
You thought this was done well?
Yeah, I did. You didn't think it was done well?
Listen, I love the performers. I think they are very capable of having a great match, but my God, this diaper shit in a bottle.
Make a big deal out of goddamn baby powder. What fucking other kind of powder are you going to use in a goddamn baby bonnet, baby diaper match?
We don't need to have the match is the point.
Oh, so you didn't want us to have a match. Okay.
Not about a regular one. Just, hey, these guys are heated.
I'm pretty sure that this had escalated into a goddamn baby bottle match.
I really hope that there is a baby bottle match this year on WrestleMania. Fuck the Hell in a Cells and the Last Man Standings. Everybody knows you're going to blow a feud off. Get that goddamn diaper out.
Well, yeah. And we did. You're welcome.
Oh, I love when you're cantankerous just for the sake of being so. In hindsight, you book Razor with Goldust. He's not happy with that. You pivot, you put him in a baby bottle match. Is it really that much of a shock he's putting in his notice?
Well, I guess you missed that backlot brawl.
Up next, a feud that's been...
Fight.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.